the previous masterclass, right? I think Vinisha, were you there in the previous masterclass? Very nice, very nice, very happy to see you all again. So let's start. Now, since there are some newcomers today and there are some repeat attendees, what brings you here to this masterclass? What attracts you to this masterclass? I want an answer, okay? These masterclasses are interactive and you have to answer questions. Hi, Nawaz. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, so what attracts you to this masterclass? Just a minute. Just give me a second, Umme, if you can just take over.
Yes, ma'am. Meanwhile, since ma'am's going to take a minute, I'll just answer the questions that you all had asked. So, Aru, Pratt and NYC. So basically, NYC is one of the top universities for design. If you're looking forward to New York School of Design, that's also an amazing college. If you're looking for Europe, so there are two things about Europe education. All right. So Aru, for UK admissions, you'll also have to give IELTS and you have to give SAT. So IELTS is compulsory for UK admissions. But if you are going into design, then I'll get back to you with a list of colleges from Europe, because I'm not sure if UK is very famous for design, but Milan University, that is like somewhere around Italy, Milan University is one of the top universities in the world for design admissions. So I think that's my top pick. And NYC, if you're talking about NYC, then I would say New York School of Design, as well as Pratt is also a good option. But yeah, like you'll have to check further with the faculty, because Milan universities have really good faculty for design.
So I can see you people are engrossed in that topic now.
Yeah. And just last question I'd like to answer. Should we take SAT essay or without essay? SATs do not have essays anymore. It's been discontinued, Pushpak, so you don't have to worry about that. And Aru, I'll come back to your question. I'll let ma'am take over from now.
So thanks to me, you got an opportunity to answer a few more questions. Yeah. But now it's the turn of the students to answer questions. Okay? Okay, students, what attracted you here to this masterclass? I'm looking for answers now. It was easy when Umme was answering, but now you have to answer. What attracted you to this masterclass? Quick. You want to study in the USA? Great. And what is this masterclass got to do with that? Any other answers? Yes, Uma? Good. So you want to take the SAT, right? Okay. So I am keen on taking the SAT. Yes, is that correct? Correct, Uma? And others here? To make myself sure about where I stand. Very good, Aru. That's a great initiative from your side. Is B true? I am interested in the SAT. I'm intrigued by the SAT. What do you mean by intrigued? Does anyone know the meaning of intrigued? You're prepping by yourself, Aru. Great. You're curious. Okay, what is the meaning of intrigued? Curious, interested. Yeah. All of the above. Now, quick, choose an answer. A, B, C, or D. You want to improve yourself. Yes, Vinisha. You're going to be given all opportunities to do that. Quick, all of the above are your answers. Great. Okay. Now, do these mean different things actually, students? Keen on, interested in, intrigued by. Do they mean very different things? Or are all these answer choices more or less the same? I want to know your opinion. Try to answer all my questions. That's the way for you to improve your English. More or less the same, right? So why do you think I put all these answer choices here? Do you think I made a mistake? Not really. Can you see? Keen on, interested in, intrigued by. Can I say interested on and keen in? Can I change those, interchange in and on here? Or can I say intrigued in the SAT? No, they are wrong. But why are they wrong? Do you know the rules? That's what we are going to see today. Okay, that's what our class is going to be about today. Not correct grammar. Perfect, Aru. So let's learn more about the SAT, because you told me you are here to know more about the SAT. Okay, now I've got a small exercise for all of you. Please be ready. Yeah, on the screen, you can see some facts about the SAT. I'll give you 20 seconds to read these facts. For 20 seconds, I won't ask you any questions. Yeah, I'm going to give you 20 seconds to read these facts. Yes, Vinisha, all the best. Listen carefully now to the class, and definitely after a few topics are done, we will definitely take up your questions, Vinisha. We are here to do that. Okay. So please, have you finished reading all of this? Now, what did you observe on the screen, students? What did you see on my screen? I want answers from you people. What did you see on the screen? What are these things on the screen? What are these sentences on the screen? About the SAT, right? And what is it about the SAT? Did you observe anything on the screen about SAT and its benefits? Perfect. Anything else anyone observed? There's something very interesting about the sentences on my screen. I want to know if someone observed that. No, no answer. I'll wait for 5 seconds more. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a clue. There are 7 mistakes. You're right. It is about SAT's importance in admissions. But there are 7 mistakes in the sentences on my screen. And you're going to identify where they are. Can you identify where these mistakes are? Okay. I have revealed the location of these mistakes. Now I want you to try to correct these mistakes, okay? Because on the SAT, your job is to correct mistakes, right? Especially in the writing and language section. So let's start. I want each of you to try. The SAT is a standardized test usually taken at your, we can write taken during. Yeah, you can say taken during. So no need to write instead of taken at. That will take you time, Uma. You can just give me the answer. So you can say taken during. Any other answers for the first one? Any other answers for the first one? No? You can say taken in. You can write during, or you can say taken in your junior or senior year. Okay. And the SAT is regarded to be a very important test. Very good, Aru. Well done. It's regarded as a very important test. So make a note. Both these are wrong. They didn't sound wrong to you, but they are wrong. Okay, let's go on. Scores from such tests are used by colleges for comparing candidates from various schools. What's wrong with this? It sounds fine. Very good. To compare candidates, not for comparing. But many people say for comparing. Well, they're wrong. Okay. They are used to compare candidates from various high schools and to make decisions based on what? A combination of, yes, super. Combination of some different things, test results, grades, interests, and other factors. Very well done so far. Okay, so when you take the SAT, you will be contacted by colleges who are interested about you. Interested in, great going. Okay, interested in you, okay? And they may provide funding based on your scores alone or in combination. What will come here? The last one. And in combination. No, where is the on? Based on, right? That's right. So the colleges may provide funding based on your test scores. Yes, test scores alone or in combination with. Perfect. Very well done. Yes. Okay, now I have a question. You answered so well now. Did you identify these mistakes when you were reading? So nice. Aru is so happy. Yes. Did you identify these mistakes when you were reading? Not really. Why? Because you just looked for the information. But on the SAT, you have to keep your eyes and ears open for grammatical errors on the writing and language section. The English section has two parts. What are they? What are the two parts of the English section? Reading and writing and language. The writing and language section tests you on grammar. And today we are going to look at one aspect of this, the grammar that is tested. What is the name given to these kind of errors? These are called idioms. So welcome to the world of idioms. And if you have friends who are interested in taking the SAT, who want to prepare for the SAT, please bring them along to the next masterclass. Okay. So what are we going to do? Talking about friends. What does the word BFF stand for? What does BFF? Best friends forever. So why am I talking about friends? I want you not to ignore the idioms as you did in the previous slide, but to become best friends forever with idioms. So you and idioms are going to become best friends forever. So today we are going to understand what idioms are. We'll get to know them better, become firm friends, and get a surprise gift from idioms. Done? Are you ready? Shall we start getting introduced to idioms? Okay. Now you have to listen carefully and answer questions. Today you're answering well. Good, Mohammed, Aru, Gungun, all of you. Very nice to see so many new faces today. Great. What are idioms? So meet idioms. What a thing to say. Idioms are crazy, illogical, arbitrary. What do you mean by that? They're arbitrary. They are unpredictable. You cannot guess which word will come here, in or on or at, by applying any rule. How do I decide? Interested in or interested on? I know it's interested in. How do you know? Because of your English knowledge. So you have to rely on your English knowledge and how familiar you are with phrases in English. And what sounds right is likely to be the right answer if you have been exposed to enough good English. Okay. So idioms don't have rules. So what are idioms? They are phrases or expressions that do not conform to simple rules. Okay, did you understand? All the mistakes we saw in the previous slide, those 7 mistakes were idiomatic errors. I hope I've made myself clear. Yes? Okay. So now let's get to know idioms better. We got introduced to idioms. Okay. Now, look at these two children arguing. Some people think idioms are easy. Why do they think they are easy? Because they don't need you to learn any rules, whereas math has so many formulae, and so does English grammar. We have to learn subject-verb agreement rules. We have to learn pronoun rules. We have to learn a list of secondary meanings, a list of commonly confused words. So much to learn. But idioms are easy. I don't have to learn anything. I don't have to apply a rule. If I just know that idiom, I can easily spot the idiom error. But did you easily spot the idiom errors? On my slide, you didn't. You missed them, right? Arbitrary, I cannot translate to Hindi. My Hindi is terrible. Arbitrary means it is random, okay? Random, not structured. You can always check with a good English dictionary. Okay, now why are these two people arguing? Because some people feel they are difficult. Let's see why they are difficult. Other grammar questions follow specific rules, and when there are rules, I can learn them and apply them. And idiom questions need us to memorize and remember. Interested in, keen on, right? All of these I have to memorize if I am not familiar with them. So there are two kinds of opinions about idioms. Some people think they are easy, some people think they are difficult. But regardless of whether you think they are easy or difficult, they are there. They have to be done, right? So let's learn about idioms. Now you are going to decide for yourself. What are you going to decide for yourself? Whether idioms are easy or difficult. Are you ready to see an actual question from the SAT? Say yes. Yes in the chat box. If I see 3 yeses, I will start. Of course. Okay, great. Okay, now Look at my screen. On the left, you have a extract from a passage. This is from a writing and language passage. The writing and language section tests grammar, and it tests grammar through passages. So I have pasted here an extract from a passage. Yes, it is an MCQ pattern. But now you have to focus on my question. Don't ask questions about other things now. You can ask these questions just after I finish idioms. Right, Abhi? Now you can ask me questions only about the things on the screen, because that attention is necessary. Okay. Okay. So I have a passage here. I have an underlined part. And if I feel the underlined part is correct, what will I choose? It is an MCQ question. So what will I choose? If I feel the underlined part is correct, what will I choose? Which answer choice will I choose? No. If I feel the answer choice is here, the underlined part is correct as written, what will I choose? I will choose A if I feel this is right. If I feel the underlined part is wrong, then I will choose one of the others, right? Did you understand? Okay. So what should I do first? Those who attended previous classes, what is the first step? First step is not B or C or A or D. I can see different answers. So obviously it's not so easy as you thought it was. So the first step is to read the sentence. Okay, shall we go ahead? While they await for service, patrons can enjoy coffee and snacks and mingle with their neighbors in need. Okay. How does that sound to you? While they await for service, sounds right or wrong? You feel it is wrong. Okay. So what are the answer choices? The next step is compare the answer choices. They await, awaiting, they waited, waiting. Okay. So obviously, how many right answers are there on the SAT? How many right answers are there? I can see lots of you guessing. 1 right answer and 3 wrong answers. So first, they await and awaiting, right? And await for, while they await for service. Now, what is the meaning of the word await? Await itself means wait for. I cannot have a for after the word await. Await for is wrong. Await for is wrong. So what can I eliminate? If await for is wrong, what can I eliminate? A and B. Okay, done. Now I have, listen carefully. Now the idiom error is removed. These were testing idiom error. While they waited for service, while waiting for service, patrons can enjoy coffee and snacks. What should I remove between C and D? I should remove D. Why should I remove D? You should have a reason. Now listen, whenever you want to eliminate an answer choice, you have to have a reason. While waiting for service, patrons can enjoy coffee and snacks. Why doesn't it fit? That is not a logical explanation, that it doesn't fit. If I want to eliminate C, what reason can I have? While they waited for service, patrons can enjoy. Can anyone find anything wrong with C? Quickly. While they waited for service, patrons, you cannot? Okay, somebody else wants to try? While they waited for service, patrons can enjoy coffee and snacks. What is the tense? Patrons can enjoy coffee and snacks and mingle with their neighbors in need. Is it past tense? It's not the past tense, right? Patrons can enjoy. So it is not past, present tense, okay. Or it can happen, it's a possibility. So they waited. What is the tense of this word waited? What is the tense of the word waited? Past. So this is wrong tense. Tense error. While waiting for service, patrons can enjoy coffee and snacks. This is perfect. So this looks good. There's nothing wrong with this. So I choose this as the answer. Not they waiting. The word, look at what is underlined. That's why I told you, you have to listen. When I show the question, you have to read the question carefully before jumping to the answer the question. They await is underlined. If I remove they await, you can put the word waiting. Got it? So there are many things to learn from this question. And so was this very easy or kind of okay? Was it very easy? No, not very easy. Otherwise, I would not have got A, B, C, and D. I wouldn't have got 4 answers. Yes, Aru, that happens. In a hurry, we mess up things on the SAT. So very quickly, let's understand what idioms are. Now, students, I know many of you are eager to do SAT questions. Ma'am, let's do SAT questions. But as I've told you several times before, we need to know the rules. We need to build the foundation before we jump into the questions. So I'm going to do a little bit of grammar time now. Try these. They all have idiom errors. Sue is suspicious towards the new neighbor on her street. Quick. Abhi, forget it. What is gone is gone. Let's look at the next question. Okay. No, it can't be they waiting. It's wrong. They waiting is wrong. So Sue is suspicious towards the new neighbor on her street. About is wrong. Very good. So the correct answer is suspicious of. Now, students, what are these words of, towards? What are they called? Anyone knows? Does anyone know? Does anyone know what these words are called? Okay, let's carry on. Michael Phelps was awarded of a gold medal. Remove the of. He was awarded a gold medal. Okay, I'm removing the of. Okay, the next question, can you try? Many herbs are well known for their effectiveness to prevent disease. Add S. Where should I add an S? Diseases. Well, that's not necessary. Diseases is fine or disease is fine. Here, the word disease is used as an uncountable noun. So this is also correct. There's nothing wrong with that part of the sentence. So B, B-E-B, where should I put B? They are well known for their effectiveness to prevent disease. No. No, no, no. Okay. Let me reveal the answer. They are well known for their effectiveness, it instead of their, for its effect. No, no, herbs are plural, so it can be there, Abhi. Got it? Herbs are plural, so we can't put it, we have to put there here. So they are well known for their effectiveness in preventing disease. Now listen carefully, everybody. This is important. So these are called prepositional idioms. The words towards and of are prepositions. Got it? Of. And both these are prepositional idiom errors. Did you understand? Please say yes if you do. Here of, towards, and here I've removed the preposition of. So these are prepositional idioms. Now question 3 has a different kind of idiom error. What is that? They are idioms with gerunds and infinitives. Now you have to pay attention, students. When I have to prevent, okay, to prevent is, just a minute. To prevent, to plus verb is called infinitive. And in this sentence, to prevent is wrong. What is correct? Verb plus ing, that is preventing is correct. Did you get it? So there are some situations, some sentences where the infinitive is needed, some sentences where gerund is needed. So in this screen, what did you learn? 2 kinds of idiom errors. What are they? Prepositional idiom errors and gerund and infinitive errors. Got it? Take a screenshot of this quickly. I've smiled also for the picture. Okay. So I'm just going to go on. Fine. Have you taken a screenshot? Okay. Now there are the important types of errors are, listen carefully. Prepositional idiom errors. Nawaz, you can write your question here, Nawaz, please. Yes, please go ahead and write your question here. So the important types of idiom errors are prepositional idiom errors and idioms with gerunds and infinitives. Okay. Prepositional idiom errors, you can have a noun followed by a preposition. What is the noun here in this? What's the noun in this? Scientists are working on a cure for this disease, which is the cure. Very good. So cure of this disease, cure in this disease? No, I can only say cure for this disease. Cure about this disease? No, thank you. This is the only way to say it. Okay. Or there may be 2 or more acceptable ways of saying it, but you can't use the wrong preposition. Verb plus preposition. Quickly tell me, which is the verb in the second sentence? I can't distinguish between tea and coffee without tasting them. Some students tell me they can. Distinguish. What do you mean by distinguish? What's the meaning of distinguish? Differentiate. Perfect. So I can't distinguish between A and B. There is another idiom with distinguish. I'm going to keep a small test for you. I can't distinguish tea dash coffee. What will come in this blank? I can't distinguish tea dash coffee. I can't distinguish tea dash coffee. What will come in this blank? Not with. Try again, try again. Try again quickly. From. Wonderful. Very good. Yes. So these are 2 idioms with distinguish. Distinguish between A and B. Distinguish A from B. Okay. 2 idioms I've taught you now. Okay. Now let's go to adjective plus preposition. I'm acquainted with Jack, though I don't know him very well. What do you mean by acquainted? Acquainted means? Does anyone know? What is the meaning of acquainted? I'm familiar. I know him a little bit. Okay. Okay, you can't explain. No, I'm not surprised. It's not easy to be a walking dictionary. So I'm acquainted with Jack. I kind of know him, but I don't know him very well. So this is adjective followed by with. I can't say I'm acquainted of Jack, on Jack, and Jack, as Jack, at Jack. I can't use any preposition that I want. So these are different examples. Like these, there are several more which we have not put on the screen. Okay. Not about Jack. You can only say acquainted with someone. So if you don't know these, as you come across, every time you come across a new idiom, you have to store it in your memory, in your notebook. Now, there are idioms with gerunds and infinitives. You are prohibited from using your cell phone during takeoff. Now, this is fine. What is this? Using? Prohibited from using. There's a name for this. Verb plus ing is called a gerund. Is it okay to say you are prohibited to use your cell phone during takeoff? Can I say you are prohibited to use your cell phone during takeoff? Which is correct? Prohibited from using or prohibited to use? From using. Okay. To use sounds correct, but is wrong. So prohibited, you're prohibited to smoke here is wrong. You're prohibited from smoking inside the train. I hope you understood the difference between gerund and infinitive. Okay, now watercolor artists use several layers of transparent paint in order to create a beautiful picture. To create is an infinitive. So if I use for creating here, that is wrong. Not correct. Okay. So this sounds complicated. How am I going to remember all these things? Right? How are you going to remember all these things? How are you going to identify these questions on the SAT? Isn't that important? First, I have to identify that this question is testing me on idioms, right? Now listen carefully. If a preposition, use an active pencil, be focused, and also follow my instructions. Okay. If a preposition, gerund, or infinitive is underlined, check for idiom errors. Got it? If I see preposition, you know what a gerund is. What is gerund? Quick. What's a gerund? Gerund is verb plus ing. What is infinitive? To plus verb. This is verb plus ing. If I see these underlined, check for idiom errors. And if the answer choices are all prepositions, what are prepositions? Give me some examples for prepositions quickly. If I say 3 prepositions, I'll go to the next slide. 2, good. At, from, excellent. Yes, well done. So you understood how to identify idiom questions. Okay, we'll do one question now. Let me see how you're able to do it. Okay, we'll do one question now. So what should I do first? I should first read the sentence. Entrepreneurs are particularly alert about opportunities, observing changes in the environment, or previously overlooked possibilities. Okay, sounds fine. I don't know what SAT wants me to do. Then I should compare the answer choices. What is changing in the answer choices, students? What words are changing in the answer choices? What are these words called? Alert about, alert of, alert to, alert at. So what words are changing in the answer choices? What kind of words are changing in the answer choices? Yes, Ankita, please, you're doing well. And Aru and all of you, want you to answer? I can't see any answer. Preposition, C is not changing. Prepositions are changing in the answer choices. And when prepositions are changing, what is the question likely to be testing? What is the question likely to be testing? What is this question testing me on? What grammar concept? Idioms, excellent. So now, what is not the correct answer? Alert about, not correct. Alert of, not correct. And Nawaz was right. Alert to looks good. Alert at, wrong. C is correct. Ma'am, how did you get C? How will I know that A, B, and D are wrong? I already told you there are no rules. You just have to read a lot, learn idioms, or read so much English that you know which is the right idiom automatically. So that is important. Okay. So now, how will you get exposed to a lot of idioms? Well, you could be kind of alert to whatever idioms you're learning in the class, or when you read something, or when you take a test, be on the lookout for new idioms. Have you learned any new idioms today so far? Have you learned any new idioms today so far? Say yes or no quickly in the chat box. Have you learned new idioms today? Alert dash. What should come after alert? Alert to. Okay. Can I say await for? Await for? No. Okay. And you are prohibited. Prohibited should be followed by what? Which preposition? You are prohibited dash from. Okay, great. You all are doing great. And so I think if you keep on the lookout for new idioms, you all are definitely going to pick up and do very well. I would like to invite Umme here to join the fun. Umme, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Yeah. Please come and join the fun. We're having fun with idioms.
Yes, I can see that. All right. So guys, are you learning new things? Is it helpful? Are you like, I can see that a lot of you are interacting, which is like amazing because I love the energy. But are you learning? Is it helpful? Yeah, Aru, I'm glad that it's fun for you. All right. So, of course, there are many more questions that ma'am has to go further about. But then I want to like just interrupt the class for like 5 minutes and talk about our course details. So, ma'am, we can move on to the next slide. Yes. So why choose us, right? Like, you're interacting and like I'm teaching. So why exactly you should choose our SET program is that we provide 40+ hours of in-class training. What that basically means is we have live sessions. These sessions are not recording, so it's like personalized. Plus, there are going to be 10,000+ practice questions available for you all to practice before your attempt. And I think what better way to do SATs than this, right? With one-on-one doubt solving. So the most important thing about reaching your destination is someone who can guide you through that path. And what better way to do it than one-on-one solving with experienced faculty members. And coming to the next slide, so there's still much more facilities that we provide. The fourth point over here is personalized revision session. So before every attempt that you go forward to, we sit down with you, specifically curate a revision session on the concepts that you need to focus on, more strengths, more weaknesses, how to improve further on. All of that is very, very personalized for you before your attempt. And we also have live personalized learning. Like I mentioned before, our classes are live. They're very curated specifically for you. All of our class content is very representative towards us. You won't find this content anywhere else in the market. And coming to the next slide. Yes, so 30 plus mock tests with detailed feedback by faculty. I think this is something that nobody else in the market can provide you. 30 plus mock tests, guys. So you understand, not one, not two, not three, but 30 full-length mock tests that you can prepare for before going to your SCT exam hall. And we guarantee that you'll be extremely prepared before you enter that hall with lifetime access of our recordings. So let's say that you've given the May attempt and you're still planning to give the August attempt, but then your crash course or your course with us has been completed. That does not mean that you will not have recordings of our in-class lectures. All of that recording will be provided to you and you'll have a lifetime access. You can come back to your concept videos, come back to our videos anytime you want to brush up with concepts. And with this, I think I have talked enough about the facilities that we provide you. Let's come to the batch details on the next slide. So we have two batches. One is the weekday batch and the other one is the weekend batch. Our weekday batch is for 5 weeks starting on 6th May. So it's less than 10 days to it. It's Monday to Friday, 6 to 7:30. And I want you all to register right now, with our weekend batch being for 8 weeks. Our weekend batch is on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays 6 to 8:30 p.m. and on Sundays it's in the morning 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So if you're interested in registering with us, and we guarantee that we will cover your full syllabus, it's going to be personalized, you're going to get a full score of 800 in each of the subjects. So in total 1600. I mean 1500 plus is something that our students have already achieved. So I think that's something, again, we're very proud of as well. So register now. And how can you register? So just 1 second, Rajveer, I'll come back to your question. How can you register is, one, I can type down the details of our team that you can contact us on. And the second is you can type down your name in the chat box and I'll let my team contact you. And the third one is that I've launched a poll to understand whether you know how likely you are to join us. Are you liking the classes or not? Your feedback is also very important, right? We care about your feedback and we value it. So I would like you all to please give us the poll. It's going to take hardly 0.3 seconds to do that. And meanwhile, Rajveer, coming to you, can you repeat? Rajveer, who are you asking this question to? Me to repeat the batch details or to Lalita ma'am to repeat a further question? Let me know, Rajveer, in the
I
chat
don't remember which question I stopped at.
Exactly. So
But
Rajveer,
I'll be doing many more questions.
batch details. All right. So you want to know about our facilities or just the batch details? Batch details are on your screen right now. What are we offering? So we don't have to go back to the slides. It's literally on the tip of my tongue. So I'll just go through it. So first of all, we are offering personalized sessions. That the sessions can be one-to-one or batch sessions. Second is personalized training, specifically curated one-on-one doubt solving. Third is 30 plus full length mock tests. So in total, we have like 33 mock tests that you can, solve, and they're full length. As well as something that I want to mention to everyone is that 4 of our mock tests or like 3 of our mock tests are done in the class while the faculty is present. So we get to track your record and we get to tell you where you need to improve, where where your strengths lie, where your weaknesses lie, and how to improve further on that. And ma'am, do you think I've missed something? Oh, 10,000 plus practice questions. Yeah. Yes. So 10,000 plus practice questions and 400 plus worksheets are also waiting for you to be solved, Rajveer. And I think I'm
waiting for them to finish the poll. Only then I will give the other details.
Yeah. All right. So everyone, we'll just have to wait. Yeah. True though. We'll just have to wait if you all don't give us the poll.
Yeah. And we'll miss a few questions, won't we, Ume, if we wait for very long.
True, ma'am. Yeah. So guys, come on. It's hardly going to take like 0.3 seconds. I give you all 10 seconds more to finish this poll. To whoever's not given the poll, I think there are about 8 students who are left. So whoever those 8 are, guys, you're holding up the class. Meanwhile, any one of you who's interested in joining our batches, both, there can be weekday batch, there can be a weekend batch. There is also one-on-one batch if that's what you require for your SCTs, if you think that's preferred. let me know in the chat box or give me your name so I could tell my team to contact you at the latest. And I think masterclasses that we're taking are just a glimpse of that. It's just a glimpse, it's just brushing up on concepts. But in our classes, we start with the basics. We start with all the concepts that you need to learn in SAT. In masterclasses, we're just picking up a few concepts and then teaching you about it. But don't worry, in our classes, we do in-depth concept teaching.
Honestly, we start from noun, verb. Just in case they're forgotten or the school has failed to teach them.
Exactly.
Okay. So some students haven't participated in the survey, but what do we do?
Yeah. Ma'am, I think we can move further because rest of them are waiting. Thank you so much.
Okay. So now are you ready to go on to the next question, students? Say yes. Now you can be active on the chat. Yes. Are we ready to go on to the next question? Okay. Now I have one more question before I go on to the next questions. Do idioms have a lot of rules to be learned? Answer yes or no. Put Y or N. Are there a lot of rules to be learned? To do idiom questions? No, we can't learn rules. Okay. And if we are familiar with a lot of idioms, does it help? If our English is good, if we read a lot, does it help to do idiom questions? Say yes or no quickly. Yes, it helps. Do we need a lot of time to do idiom questions? Actually, no. You either know the idiom or you don't know the idiom, right? So you really take too much time. Just staring at the question on the screen is not going to give you enlightenment. You have to do the preparation before. You can do that by joining our classes, of course. Okay. So now let's look at this question. This is an interesting question. So what do I do first? Don't type the answer first. You found that makes you go wrong sometimes. So beware of that temptation. Do not do that. So first, let's read the sentence. The Spanish flu infected a lot of people. Estimates as to how many infected people died vary greatly, but the flu is still considered to be one of the deadliest pandemics in history. How does that sound? Sounds okay. Okay. Now I'm going to read. Okay, Haru, don't be sure of anything when it comes to idioms. What are the answer choices? What is the question testing? Let me compare. Considered to be, considered as, considered, considered about. Okay. So what is changing in the answer choices? The prepositions coming after the word considered. And I have to now identify which is the correct one. Can you tell me which are the wrong ones quickly? What is wrong? 100% wrong. A and D. Okay, that's right. Both of them are wrong. Now, the flu is still considered as or considered. Actually, considered as is also wrong. Considered is correct. Okay. You remember this awarded a gold medal. I don't need awarded with, awarded of, nothing. Awarded, no preposition, right? Similarly, the word considered does not need a preposition after that. After it, sorry. So the flu is still considered one of the deadliest pandemics in history. The COVID is considered to be one of the, what do you say, unheard of epidemics, right? Unprecedented epidemics. Why? I told you for idioms, there is no answer to why. It is considered. It is considered something. No, considered to be is not correct. Considered as is not correct. Considered to be is used by some authors in some writings, but the best use of the word considered is only considered without any preposition. Got it? Why? That's how English is. I told you there are no rules, Aru. Right? Can I go on to the next question quickly? So you have learned something today, right? Considered is usually not followed by a preposition. Considered as is always wrong. Considered about is always wrong. Considered to be, sometimes some authors use it. But between A and C, C is better. Got it? Sometimes considered to be is considered wrong by certain tests. So when you have a choice of considered, that is the best. Okay. India is considered one of the oldest civilizations in the world or something like that. So considered is fine as it is, no preposition needed. Okay, I'm going on to the next question. This is very, very important. I want all of you to pay attention. First, I'll give you 30 seconds to try the question. Try it and type your answers in the chat box. Only 30 seconds. You don't need more time because either you know it or you don't know it. Right? So start. I'm just waiting to see lots of answers. Okay, I got one answer. Good. I got two answers. That's all. What are the others doing? You'll have given up already. Come on, try. Okay. One more answer if I see, then we can go on to discussing this question. I'm just waiting for one more answer. Student, this is your test, your SAT. One more attempt by somebody. No? Okay, fine. Now, what is this question testing? A mentor must not only provide guidance and motivation, but must also help with exploring careers and setting goals. Sounds fine, but there is a clue here. There is an idiom here. Not only, but. The idiom is not only A, but also B. Now, very, very important, students, the words A and B should be parallel to each other. They may be words, they may be phrases, they may be clauses, whatever they are, they may be groups of words, A and B should be similar. Okay. Now, look at this. Must not only provide. What part of speech is provide? Is it a noun, a verb, an adjective, an adverb? What part of speech is provide? Quick. I want answers. What part of speech is provide? Provide? No. Verb. Very good. So a mentor must not only provide guidance and motivation, but there is a must here. The must here, in the first case, the must is outside. Must not only verb, but also verb. I should have A and B, both should be verbs. But I have an additional must here, which is wrong. Already the must is there outside the not only. Do you understand? So A is wrong. I hope everybody has understood why A is wrong. Okay. So I need not only verb, but also verb. So and must also, no, the must cannot come inside. And not only, but also, not and also. So this is wrong. It is unidiomatic. Here I have but also offer. What part of speech is offer? Offer is a, what part of speech is offer? Verb. Very good. So this looks good. Not only provide guidance and motivation, but offer. This is fine. The verb is there, but the idiom is wrong. Not only, but is not correct. Not only, but also I need. So this is wrong. Right? In A and B, an extra must is coming inside the idiom. That is wrong. In D, the word also is missing. So C is my answer. Got it? These could be tricky whenever you see not only, but also. You have to check whether there is a parallelism. Are A and B parallel? Are they similar? So this is idiom plus parallelism combined. That's why I told you it's an interesting question. Okay. Can I go on? Suddenly your energy has gone down. I want to see more answers. Yes, we do have maths and math demo classes. Every day we have a demo class. Okay. So one question now, not very difficult. The SAT has easy, medium, and difficult questions. And you should try to do all of them like equally, with equal interest. Okay. Try this question. As I read, you can read in your mind. We'll do it together. Okay. BR of Ohio State University, for example, has employed software to sort through postings on one social media site in search of particular words and phrases of interest. Okay. I can't make out. It doesn't sound right to me. What do you think is wrong? I don't know. I feel something is wrong with this as written. Not D. What do you feel is wrong with this? Is there anything wrong here? I not. Yeah, the word sight seems wrong. What do you mean? I don't know. Let me check. So I'm not going to read it again. Why can't I read it again? Can I read the question twice or thrice? I'll feel much better. Can I read the question twice or thrice? Quickly say yes or no. Should I read the question again? Do I have time? I have to answer 44 questions in 35 minutes. So I'm not going to read the question again. I'm going to compare the answer choices. Sight, sight in search of, sight in search for, sight in search for, right? So what is changing? The spelling and meaning of the word sight and the prepositions. What can I eliminate, students? Homophones, perfect, Aru. So what can I eliminate here? Social media site. Which site do I want? I can eliminate A. I can eliminate C. You're right. I can eliminate D. So this is correct. Site. I need a social media site, S-I-T. Now, why did I put this in the idioms lesson or idiom session? Because there is also an idiom to learn here. In search of or in search for. In search of something. We came here in search of good SAT questions. We came here in search of a good SAT coaching institute. Search of or search for, which is correct? Search of or search for? I want to see your answers. You go about in search of something or search for something? Search of. So search for is wrong. So though this question could be answered just based on homophones, I mean, identifying the correct word, it was also actually giving you a chance to learn idioms. And I thought, why pass up a chance to learn or teach idioms to students, right? Okay. So become friends with idioms. How to do these questions correctly, students? Keep a list of idioms that appear on practice tests or on these classes, which are conducted for you in these master classes. And once you learn the idioms, review them, familiarize yourselves with common idioms. And also on many reputed websites, you will get a list of common idioms. Don't learn them like memorizing them. Choose 10 for a day. Try to use them in your speech, in your writing, so that you become good friends with them. Got it? So you have to become friends with idioms. Then you can recognize them on tests. Okay. So I'm going to give you a short test before we conclude this session. I want all of you to participate now. Edward is thinking dash the SAT plus course. That's the name of our course. Of joining or to join. Quickly. A or B? A or B? Just type A or B in the chat box. Quick. A or B in the chat box. Edward is thinking of joining or thinking to join. Okay, I can see some B, some A, so I will relieve you of the tension. He's thinking of joining. Thinking of doing something is correct. Please remember this. Once we finish this, you can take a screenshot. His dog Bruno insists to accompany him or on accompanying him. Quick, A or B for the second question. Edward is thinking of joining our course, but our course is online actually. His dog Bruno insists to accompany him or on accompanying him. Yes? Insist, no. A is not correct. B is correct. Insist on accompanying him to the classes. Okay. He is looking forward, very important, to ace the SAT or to acing the SAT. Quick. He's looking forward to ace the SAT or to acing the SAT. No, you look forward to doing something. B is correct. He really feels like taking up the challenge or really feels like to take up the challenge. A or B? Last question for the day. Quick. Last question for the day. He's really thinking, he really feels like, very good. Now all of you got this right. Very good. So really feels like taking up the challenge. Please take a screenshot of this quickly. Very, very important, because some of you made mistakes in some of the idiom questions here. Got it? Okay. So with that, hope you enjoyed learning or to learn about idioms on the SAT. The first answer choice or the second? Hope you enjoyed learning or to learn. Yes, hope you enjoyed learning about idioms. Looking forward to, yes, you're right. Looking forward to see you or looking forward to seeing you? Seeing, wonderful. But before that, we have some information quickly about UG counseling. Yes, Umme,
Yes,
would you
ma'am.
like to tell them about our amazing UG counseling?
Absolutely. But before that, I think I would like them to actually give us one more poll response, which is about rating the session, right? So now it's time for actual feedback. Did you like it? Did you love it? How was it? Did you find it helpful or not? Please let us know in the polls. And meanwhile, since I am going to be explaining UG counseling to all of you, I would want you all to pay attention to this, because this is something that Leap also provides, and that's counseling. And my advice, it's very important that you have someone who can actually hold your hand towards reaching your destination. So the first thing that we take up under our counseling sessions is profile building, right? So academics is only 50% of your profile, but if you're aiming for really good colleges in abroad, you need to have a profile that stands out from the crowd, because every college has now become competitive. So profile building, we help you find internships, we help you find summer programs, we help you find courses, we help you register into courses that you like, so that your profile is eventually built. The second thing that we provide is college shortlisting, right? So it's so important. A lot of you must have been confused on which college to apply, which branch to take. So that is also something that we take up. Is we sit with you, we get to understand what your likings are, what you want to pursue in your future, and then we actually shortlist your college and help you prepare a list of applications. Third one is coming to SOP and LORs and essays, right? So SOP is something that all of the colleges almost require and ask the undergrad students to write. It's basically an essay. So you get provided essays from Harvard alumni, from Stanford alumni to help you out, and we also help you out edit. So our mentor and counselor team is going to sit with you separately and help you edit your SOP so that you get a better shot at your applications, with advisory on scholarships and financial guidance. So this is so important, because college admissions is in abroad expensive. So we also help you get scholarships. We also provide you guidance through financial aid. And the most important thing is visa assistance. So of course, since you all are planning to go to abroad, you're going to be having visa interviews, right? So we also take up mock interviews, and we help you with the entire documentation process that is required to actually give your visa for the procedure. So from the procedure, from the beginning to the end, to making sure that you clear your visa interviews, our team is going to be there for you and help you through it all. So this is all about our counseling. And moving on to the next slide, I would like to...
Just a minute,
Yes,
before we move on, Umme Kaberi is raising his or her hand.
We'll come back to you, Kabiri. We'll come back to all the questions that you need to ask. I would just very briefly like to introduce one of our counselors. So we have a list of counselors, but Aryan is one of our star counselors. She is an alumni of Harvard herself. And everyone knows Harvard. Harvard is an Ivy League college which is top ranked in the world. She's also from Georgetown University. She's an alum of one of the top universities in the world. Georgetown, I think, stands on the 5th position in global rankings. And she's also a board member of Harvard Alumni Entrepreneurs. So Aryan is one of the counselors who's going to make sure that you reach your dream college. And coming to the next slide. So we, like I said, we have a panel of mentors. So I would like to just brush up on where our mentors are from. So our mentors are alumni from Yale, which is again an Ivy League college, Princeton, Brown. All of this is an Ivy League college. We also have mentors from Stanford University, from University of California, and from Purdue University. And all of these are top 10 universities in the world. So I hope you all understand that getting into top 10 colleges by the alumni of top 10 universities in the world is nothing short of a big deal, guys. So I hope you take this all seriously if you're serious about your career. And moving on to the next slide, I would like to tell you where our students have actually gotten admissions to, right? So we're talking so much about counseling in our classes. So we've gotten our students admitted to Yale, again, Ivy League, UC Berkeley, UC Davis, University of Michigan, Duke, Cornell, which is one of the top Ivy League colleges in the world, Wharton, New York University, San Diego, University of Illinois, Emory, Rice, Duke. All of these are, again, top 50 universities in the world, and Northwestern University as well. So then you can see it on your screen as well, and many more top universities, whether, these are just a list of a few top universities that our students have got admission to with our help. So I hope you all understand that At Leap, we are here to provide quality and we're here to guarantee that amount of quality. With our mentorship programs, we have 3 mentorship programs. First is the Ivy Advising Program, where you're guided by an Ivy League mentor. It starts at 5 lakhs for 2 years. Then we have Global Advising Program for 1.5, and we have Elite Advising Program for 70,000 for 2 years. So register now, guys. We are waiting for all of you and hope you take your careers as seriously as we take our quality at Leap. I think with this, we finish it up, and I would like to open the floor for any questions you all asked. And also, Aru, if you're here, please send me. Yeah. Aru, I was just getting to it. So, if you're looking for interior design colleges in the Europe, there are a few really good ones. So, first is the Ghent University. It's number 17 in the world. It's in United Kingdoms, and Ghent is one of the best interior schools in the world. We have University of Sheffield, which is ranked number 23. University of Milan, like I mentioned, is ranked number 25th in the world. And there's also Newcastle University, which is ranked at, I think, number 49 in the world. So all of these are top ranking universities in the world for interiors. So I think Newcastle, University of Milan, University of Sheffield, and Ghent are really amazing choices with really good faculty. So yeah. And
But
Aru,
you
I
can
think
also reach out to us and get a full all the details. Don't you
yeah,
think?
absolutely. I'll just type down the contact details. And the
Yes.
best person to guide you forward with it, Aru, is our team of counselors, right? I'm just here to answer a few questions, but our counselors can actually, sit with you and make a list of all of that and help you get into them. So yeah. Anytime. Any further questions you all have regarding
Kaberi
SAT?
had a question.
Yeah, Kaberi, please go ahead.
Kaberi, you had raised your hand.
I don't think she's typed it. She's just written hi, miss, but I don't think
And
Kaberi.
she had raised her or his hand.
Okay. Till then, any other further questions you all have regarding universities, SATs, applications? If not, then we can end the session, guys. And
Yes.
again, a reminder that I am launching the rating polls, and I'd like you all to rate the session and tell us how it was. Give us your feedback, guys. No questions you all have. You all are pro at universities and career, and then I guess, since you all have no questions left to ask. And Pushpak, if you're still there, I hope I answered your question when you had asked me about SAT essays. They're discontinued from SAT syllabus. You don't require to have essays anymore. Or hi, can you please give me some suggestions for aeronautical engineering? Vichalachi, hope I'm pronouncing it right. So US has one of the best colleges. If you're looking into Canadian and UK universities, it's not favorable because US has one of the best aeronautical colleges in the world. I think I'm not sure of the name of the aeronautical college, but I would suggest you to look into US. And one thing that you can also do is go to the web and start searching ranking wise US universities, particularly for aeronautical engineering. So I think that can help you. Or I can get back to you with better suggestions, or you can ask our counseling team to help you further with it. Any other questions you all have? I hope I answered that, Vichalachi. I think for aeronautical, you can also try Purdue. Purdue University is really nice in terms of their training in aeronautical engineering, Purdue and their facilities. Texas University is also really good with their faculty and training programs. So I think these are the two universities. Guys, or we'll end the session here. We've already exceeded our time limit.
Yes. And you just remind them that we have masterclass every day.
Yes.
So
we
some
have
of them were asking.
Yes. So I think Aru had asked from math, SET masterclasses. So we have masterclasses every day of the week except for Sundays. And we'll be there with all of you every day at 4. And also, we would like to see you much more in our batches and in our counseling program than in our masterclasses. But of course, masterclasses are always here for you. Okay, since there are no further questions, guys, I think we can end the session here. Thank you so much for joining in and for giving us your time. Hope you all had a wonderful session and see you all soon. Please take care of yourselves till then.
Thank you.